there's a long
Yeah.
way to go, and that's where the research is so important. So
Mhm.
important. It's a different level of research than the research I did on adoptive families.
Mhm.
Where I got this perspective into the literature. You
Yeah.
know, that, um, that I think was important, but I don't. It doesn't get much attention. It's not gonna. People are still gonna think that the genetic history of the adopted child is what's driving the
Yeah.
code. Um, but I think this shockwave research is particularly challenging in a different way, and that is how to provide sufficient evidence of the defining some of these terms. Um, I mean, like, what does family projection look like? You know, how much evidence do I need to come up with, and what kind of evidence to convince someone who doesn't know the theory that, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. Um, and I've wondered if maybe, one of the ideas is far in the back of my head because I don't really have a whole lot of time, but is engaging those longtime students in a project of trying to define some of these things.
Mhm.
What does it look like? Now in my adoption research, I observed it in the home, and I got reports from the parents. I collected facts of functioning. This is once a year for 12 years with this one particular family, and I think I had enough information to um, be somewhat convincing um, that there's an emotional process taking place that has an impact, and I think I gave enough evidence of that. For the shockwave effect, though, I'm going back generations. But even in my own generation, um, I'm challenged to come up with enough evidence.